How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing something a bit different. I'm filming with my webcam and this like shitty microphone. So I hope the audio and the video quality is okay. But today I wanted to talk about my 1 year in running because yesterday I had been running for 1 year, so I should have recorded it yesterday. It would have made more sense. I don't actually know where this video is really gonna go. I don't have like the greatest plan, but I just want to go over, because I've documented like everything, so I just want to go over basically all my past runs, what's happened, future goals maybe. Just talk about running because it's something that, yeah, I've been doing it for a year now, and I think I'm more passionate about running than like most other stuff. I don't know. It's definitely become like my favorite hobby, I would say. Anyway, so I started running in August 2018, I would say. I don't know how long I've always thought that running would be like a fun hobby, like interesting and stuff, because it's great for like being healthy, you lose weight, burn calories, whatever. But that wasn't even the main thing for me. I always, in the back of my head, I was like, this is something that like I can be competitive with, and it's something that I don't have to care about other people. I can care about like how fast other people can race and how far, but I don't have to. It's more like a competition with myself. And what's it called? Yeah, I had that mentality, and it's why I really love Dance Dance Revolution, because if you followed for a while, you'll know I've played that a lot, and that's a game where you can see great players and be like, "Fuck, I want to be good," but you can also just compete against yourself and your own high scores. So thought that running would be cool. I watched like some people that did like running on YouTube and stuff, and I just thought, oh, it'd be cool. I really want to do that. And I think I had that thought for like a year where I didn't do anything about it. And then I was either in China or I came home from China. I think I'd just come home, and then I saw a friend on Instagram. She'd posted like a picture that was like half marathon medal. Here's my half marathon medal, and I was like, "Holy shit, you run?" And she was like, "Yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit." I was like, "Oh shit, that's so cool." And then I basically talked to her a bunch, and I was like, like, how far do you run? How long? Like, how did you train?" I was like very intrigued, and then she told me, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And I should say, like, I've always been, I don't know if this actually is transfers over, but I've always loved walking, and I felt like running is the same, but faster, funny enough. So I thought, oh, I can do that. And then I did it on the 21st of August, 2018. And fuck, it was a failure. I remember I brought a water bottle, which you don't need a water bottle for that short distance, first off. That was just me being dumb. And then second off, it's annoying to run with. And then, yeah, I didn't know how to run. It seems dumb when you think about it. Like, how do you not know how to run? You literally just do it. But I didn't know how to run back then. And I would say that I still don't know how to run. So here I did 7 minutes 48, 1.7 kilometers. And my pace was 4:30, which is obviously way too fucking fast, because I ran really, really fast, got winded, hurt, and I was like, oh my god, I can't run anymore. And then I was like, damn, my distance is only 1.7. I suck. How come I thought I was just in bad shape, which, to be honest, even doing like if I had to run 2 kilometers tomorrow at 4:30, I could definitely do it, but it still wouldn't be like that would be fast, you know? And doing it like as a first time run, literally never running, is just stupid. So then I waited a few days, and I think then I went for another run. Again, I was like determined. I'm like, fuck, I need to be better. And then I remember I was running at my parents' house, like there's like water and there's like a harbor. And I was running along the coast, I guess, and I managed to run a bit further this time, and I was happy about that. I think I use Runtastic. I don't think that's necessarily a good app, but whatever. It's okay. And I remember when you're running, there's like a voiceover when you hit certain goals. You can set it, and it said 2 kilometers, blah blah blah, and I was like, okay. So here I hit 2 kilometers for the first time, and my pace was a lot slower, so that was actually really good. And then I didn't run any more in August, so I did like 4 kilometers, right? And then September was when I really started running. Let me see if I can find the conversation. Sorry. So I found the conversation that I had with my friend who inspired me to start running. So I replied to her story on Instagram, "You run?" ? And then she's like, "Yeah, already started in China, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh, how far can you run?" She's like, "My longest distance is 21.1. So she did the half marathon, which is the one I replied to. So her longest distance was that. And I was like, "Oh shit, you're in great shape. Oh, that's so cool. I would like to get into running." And then she's like, yeah, it's great, blah, blah, blah. Want to start running. I said, want to start running, but in bad shape, then I need to concentrate on running. Yeah, she talks about how she started, and then I said, oh, she showed her progress, which was really cool, because then I could see how she started up and how she got better. And then she basically told me, like, you can do it. I'm like, okay. And I said, okay, I want to get into it. Okay, so I actually have the conversation with her where I did my first run. I did it, and then I said, like, oh, fuck. My feet and bottom of my legs hurt instantly, burnt so much. So basically, my legs just went lactic on this this first run. And then she was telling me, like, yeah, your pace is dumb. And I'm like, okay. And then this is where I wanted to get to, because this is the one that really matters to me. So basically, I did this run, and I think I didn't really have fun. I've heard that you can get addicted to running, which I'm definitely addicted now, because I think about it all the time. And when I'm not running, and I have to wait for my legs to recover, I'm still thinking about it. So, I'd say I'm definitely addicted now. But I'd heard of that, the endorphins and stuff, that, yeah, you can get addicted to running. But these 2 runs, I would just say, I wouldn't say I had fun. I would say that I'm stubborn and I get upset when I lose. So this made me angry, which meant I had to hit 2 kilometers. And then I did that. And then I didn't run for all the rest of August. And then I didn't run for the first 10 days of September. You can see this is September 10th. So that's 1 year ago. That's why I'm saying 1 year of running starts September 10th. I'm not counting these 2. Because on September 10th, I got, September 8th, I got a message from my friend, the one who inspired me to start running, and she said, no runs anymore. And then I was like, haven't had time, had to focus on uni. That's a bullshit excuse, by the way. Like, if you don't have time for something, it's just because you don't prioritize it. Like, if you want to do something, you can do it. So that was just a bullshit excuse, let's be real. Then on the 10th of September, so that's today, or not today, today last year, but that's here. I said, I did a run today, thanks for reminding me. And that was basically what started all my running. The 10th of September last year, 2018, I did 3 kilometers, 15 minutes. And basically, again, my pace is way too fucking fast. Like, this should be a fast-paced run. And when you're just starting to run, like this was my first time I'd ever run 3 kilometers. If you've never run before, then you shouldn't be doing that as your pace. Like I should have been doing like 5:30 or even slower. I will put the camera a bit more. There you go. So, again, pace is too fast, but I didn't know any better. And I still have problems with pace, to be honest. So then waited 2 days, which I don't know if that's enough recovery time. Probably for 3 kilometers. But granted, I was in bad shape and I ran fast, so I don't know. Then I tried again 2 days later, 4 kilometers. So I actually did pretty well increasing my mileage. And my pace is a bit slower, so that's good. And then here, I did 2 days later again, 2 day break. I did 5 kilometers. Again, slower pace. So the pace does naturally come down a little bit as I'm doing more distance, but not that much. And this I was actually really, really proud of. I remember, like, it's a shame you don't have more milestones and, like, happy moments, I feel like. Because 99% of the time in training, it's just like, it's whatever. But this I was really happy about. Because I always thought that, like, running 5 kilometers was like, oh shit, like, that's cool. Granted, for like, I think if you're overweight or something, like couch to 5K is kind of like a big deal. And I would still like, because now it's obviously less of a big deal because I've run a lot. But I would still say this is a big deal. Like, I was happy with this. I was very proud. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this was my 5th run. Like 1 kilometer or 1.7, 2 kilometers, 3, 4, 5. So in 5 runs, I got to 5 kilometers. So I wouldn't say it was that difficult, but it was still kind of a big deal to me. But I also remember, and that's my well, I guess it's good and bad, but I remember as soon as I hit 5K, I was happy for like a little bit, and then I was thinking, okay, how long until I can run 10K? So basically, since the start, I've just wanted more, which is great because then you achieve more, but it's also how you get injured, which we will get into. So yeah, so as soon as I hit 5K, I was like, okay, when are we doing 10? So then I did another 5K. There's only 1 day in between, so that's cool. And this was actually faster, so I guess it's a new PR. And then I actually did it faster again, so I guess another new PR. Oh, I remember wanting to get under 25 minutes for the 5K. That was like, because these 3, I think I didn't care about my time. I just wanted to run the distance. And then, oh my god, this one I remember I was very, very angry. Okay, so I went out to run 10 kilometers, which again is really dumb when you've run 5 like 3 times. I feel like I should have practiced more, but whatever. I went out to run 10, and then after 7, the app like broke, it reset, and I was so fucking angry because I was feeling pretty good. Like, I would have done it. And then another 5K. This one was pretty slow. Feet were broken from party, so I had to stop. So that was probably like a Saturday or something. Maybe I went partying like the day before, I'm not sure. And then 2 days later, I did my first 5K, which you can see the pace is slower now, so that's actually good. But yeah, first, I said 5K. I did my first 10K. So that was a really, really cool. I remember being so happy when I did that. I don't know why there's not a larger note. I feel like usually I write stuff down. But yeah, I remember being really happy. That was cool. And I did it sub 1 hour, which, yeah, that's okay. That's cool. But yeah, basically, as you can see, like, wait, how many runs is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it took me 10 runs to run 10 kilometers. Well, to hit 10 kilometers, right? And that, I think, is not good. Basically, what I've learned now, like looking back, is I think someone said you should increase your mileage by 10% per week, which I don't think I've followed that rule at all, which is stupid. And then your longest run should only be, I can't remember. It's like 50, your longest run should be 50% of your monthly mileage, maybe? If I ran 44, no, that can't be right, because then my longest run could be 20 kilometers. I don't think that's, no, your longest weekly run should be 20% or 50, I can't remember. I'll try write it down if I find it. There are like formulas or like general rules that people follow, and I haven't followed them, which is dumb because that's how you get injured. I think your longest run should be 50% of your weekly mileage. That's how it works. So if you run, say, 50 kilometers in a week, then you could do a 25-kilometer long run. I don't know if that sounds right, but yeah, again, I haven't followed these rules, so I wouldn't exactly know. So then we get to October. So like running is really intensive on the body, obviously. So you actually need to really build up. And I didn't do that. I went from never running before, running 4 kilometers in, we're not going to say a month because obviously it was like twice. Then 44 kilometers, again, not even in a month. It's like 20 days. And then I went to basically double that. So I should have taken it way fucking slower. So basically, I did the 5K. What did I write here? Started off way too fast, which made me lose my breath. Hardest run so far. Aimed for 5. Oh yeah, so here I wanted to break 5K in under 25 minutes. And I managed to do it in under 24. So I was actually really proud of this. This made me happy. And yeah, I was so fucking broken. I remember it was like a super windy day. And I think the course I ran wasn't 5K. So then I had to run it. And I had to run up this hill towards the end. And obviously doing a hill is not fun either. But I did sub 24 minutes, which I think is pretty good. Especially considering, again, I'm just starting out. This was my 5th 5K. And that, yeah, that's actually the same pace as my, oh no, my first run was a little faster even. But yeah, that's a pretty good pace. And here I got new running shoes, so that's cool. I have the Adidas Solar Gliders, I think they're called. Then here I did another 10K, slow, I think. Wait, no? Okay, I think I beat my 10K speed here, but then I ran a little extra just for fun. I don't know why. But yeah, so I think that was a new 10K PR. That doesn't make any sense though. I don't know. Anyway. And then you can see here in the note, I wrote feet burn first 2K. That's just like legs going lactic. That's fine. But then I had cramps from 5K to 8K. And this was something like I haven't really had this since I started running. So again, this is probably a case where you need to learn from me and you need to listen to your body. Because I could get like kind of like pins and needles. I could get cramps in my legs where I essentially couldn't feel my legs. And then I could run through the pain because I'm like mentally strong or whatever. So I would just disregard the pain, say fuck you. And then I would run, let's say, from 5 kilometers up to 7 and then or 8. And then in those 2 or 3 kilometers, I couldn't feel my legs. They were like cramped. And sometimes it was only one leg. And then the cramp would go away, and then I could run 2 more kilometers, like, okay. But I think if your legs are doing that, you need to slow down, run less distance, maybe have more recovery time. I haven't actually really had it happen since. So I don't know what I would recommend, but I wouldn't recommend running through it, because it's probably your body telling you to, stop. But yeah, 10K PR, and then is this another 10K? I guess it's like the same. 5K. So here I think I started like just doing the distances over and over again, just repeating. What's this? Okay, so here I decided I had to run twice in a day. 2 times 5K because I wanted to hit 80 kilometers run in my first month. So I guess, yeah, 10th of October. So 10th of September to 10th of October, I ran 80 kilometers. Again, I don't know how bad that is. That's 20 kilometers a week. I feel like for your first month of running, though, I still think that's dumb. Like, I don't know if I would do that. If I could repeat it again, I don't know that I would. I think I just got way too eager out of the gates and I just pushed way too hard. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, I think. And then this is, fuck, looking back at this is so ridiculous, to be honest. So then I waited 3 days, and then I decided, yeah, first half marathon day after drinking. So I think actually here, I think I actually had a hangover here. I don't know. I remember I went out partying, whatever, and then the next day, I was running, and I can't actually exactly remember the run, but I think it was something like I'd run like a decent amount of kilometers, and then I just decided like, no, no, no. Okay, I remember. I remember exactly what happened. So I was running, and I was planning on doing 10 like I usually do, and then I wanted to see if I could hit a new record. So I wanted to go for 15 because I'd never done that before, and then my stupid brain, before I even got to 15, which if you're going for a new record, you should just be proud of that. But before I could even get to 15 kilometers, I think when I was around 13, in my head I started thinking, I could half marathon today, I'm feeling good. Which, if you're at 13 kilometers, there is very, very far to 21. But, again, I'm stupid and stubborn, so once I decide something, it sort of has to happen. So I'd already in my brain thought, okay, well, I'm going to do it. So then I essentially had to do it. So then I remember, I think from kilometer 15 was actually okay. I think 16 it started going bad. And from kilometer 18 to 21, I was in like so much fucking pain. It was not fun. And then I finished in 2 hours and 45 seconds, which I remember being upset. I remember being happy I finished the half marathon. I looked at my phone, I was like, yes, I finished. And then I saw 2:45 and I was like, fuck, never mind, I'm not happy. I wanted to do under 2 hours. Of course, that wasn't the goal when I was running it, but afterwards I was like, well, it would have been a lot nicer, you know? So then I waited 2 days and then I ran 5K again, which I just ran half marathon distance 2 days ago today, and my legs are still sore. So I don't know that this run was smart. I feel like I should have waited longer to run. Then I waited 3 days, another run, whatever, another run, a day later. Oh, so here again, I tried to beat my 5K record, which I think my legs would have still been hot tied from this. What was my 5K? I don't see it. It's this? No. Oh, it's up here. 23. So yeah. I tried beating it and then it didn't work. And then afterwards, so this is where we get to the fun part. So after trying to beat my 5K and failing, we get to the injury saga. So basically, I'd been running for, I guess, a month and a half, September 10th to October 23rd. And then injured, couldn't run. Basically, I remember after this 5K, I was in so much pain, like it was ridiculous. So basically, I couldn't like walk, like walking hurt. And it's been a year, so I don't actually remember the pain really. But I remember that like walking hurt. That's like the only part of the pain I can remember. And then I didn't go to a doctor, which I don't know if that's stupid or not, because my logic was just that, well, clearly I've run too much and I've injured myself. It'll heal over time, which it did, but yeah. So I don't have a fancy name for what happened. But basically, I got really, really hurt. Like, it hurt to walk for a week, and then I would say, so this is a week probably. And then the rest of the time, I mean, I didn't even attempt to run because I knew it was like fucked. There was also, where I live, there's like a little hill thing that it's kind of too slanted for you to be able to like just walk it normally. when you try to go down it, you kind of automatically like do a little run, whatever you want to call it. And I remember that hurting. Like basically everything was just fucked. And I think in this period, I also had really bad shin splints. So shin splints are something that I've dealt a lot with. And yeah. So here, this is the 25th of November, so I got injured on the 23rd. So this is a month later. I thought I could get back into it. What did I write? Feet never had any issues. I ran out of breath. My feet were okay here, I guess, but I ran out of breath. I'm not sure. I guess I was just in bad shape. But I mean, 5:06 pace is pretty good. Did another 10K. So I broke my 10K record here, doing 52 minutes. Which, looking back at this, it's so stupid. I've just been injured for a month. And then on my second run back, not only do I run 10 kilometers, which is just stupid. That's a really long distance after not having run for a month. Already there, that's dumb. But then I'm also PRing. Like, there's no reason to be doing that. Like, that's just for my ego, I guess. It's so stupid. But maybe it's cold weather. My feet felt relatively good, but last 2K were painful. So it was mostly my breath, which I think that's been a general thing. I can usually, my legs are okay, but usually I get tired, have trouble breathing. But yeah, I don't know why I PR'd here. You can see a general trend, my first year of running, of me just being stupid. So like, every run, upping the distance by 1 kilometer, and then doubling it to 10, first 10K. And then wanting to hit 80 in my first month for some ego. And then trying to PR all the time. And then doing a half marathon after, this was almost after 1 month of running. So I started September 10th. And I did it on October 14th. So I basically almost did a half marathon within 1 month of starting running. Which is cool. It's a cool achievement. Like, looking back, I think it's cool that I'd never run before, and then I do that. But at the same time, if I had just taken it slower, spent maybe 1 extra or 2 extra months training, and then done the half marathon, I probably could have avoided injury and then spent like more time, training and getting better. So I think overall, the return wasn't worth it. Like, I would be a better runner now if I hadn't been injured and I'd just been able to train more. But, I don't know. It's still kind of cool. Like, I regret doing it, but I don't know that I wouldn't do it again. Like, if I got told, would you do it again? Like, maybe. But I do regret it. I think it was stupid. So then did another 5K, so breathing, blah, blah, blah. And then I think, I haven't written this down, because this was when I was like super injured. So I was like super injured for a month. And then I think, yeah, most of November injured. And then December, I didn't run. And I think it's due to being lazy, to be honest. I don't actually think I was that injured. Like, maybe I had a small amount of injury, but I think it was mostly just being lazy. Then I did a 5K and a 10K, which again, like, I shouldn't have taken all this time off. I don't know how much time you can honestly take off and like get back into it. I don't know how hard it is. Probably depends a bit on diet and stuff. But yeah, just did a random 5K, random 10K. And then that brings us to 2019. So I remember, I don't know, I haven't written this down, I guess, but I remember at the start of the year being injured. I don't know why I haven't written it down. Maybe it's here. Okay, so I guess this isn't written down, but it's very clear in my memory. I remember I did this run at my parents or something, And I remember I still felt injured, or like I could feel that the injury from November was still there. And it got me really fucking scared because I was so done with being like, when it hurts to walk, that's scary. And when it hurts to run, that obviously stops you from running. So that scared me a lot. I remember I was like, did not enjoy. So then 2019, I didn't run at the start, and then I did a run. What's this? Let's see. Decided to go for 5 pace, and then I felt sick. That's actually a good pace. So, but again, there's no, like, I just feel stupid looking at this practice, because it's like, there's no reason to be going this fast when you're just getting back into running. Like, just take it slow, get back into it, and then get the PRs, you know? Like, this is like a ridiculous 10k speed, I think. At least for the time, because I hadn't been running for that long, right? So 5:20 pace, all run, and then I realized I could beat my record. So I went, yeah. That's a new 10k PR again. And then... So I want to say, from January until... What's July or June? Maybe until May. January till May, I dealt with shin splints. So that's something that I've also learned in my first year of running. That, like, if you have shin splints, maybe I think you can do some exercises, like just better stretching, foam rolling, stuff like that. I don't have a foam roller, but better stretching, and then I think also maybe taking more breaks or taking it more slow. Because I had shin splints forever, and it hurts, and it's obviously not healthy, because you can run through shin splints pretty easily, I think. I did it for a long time. But that's obviously really dumb long term. Like right now, I don't think I have any. I actually, like, I touch my legs all the time to try, like push them and see if it hurts, and I can't actually tell if it does. It does a bit, but I don't know if it's shin splints. I feel like if it's shin splints, I would know. But yeah, shin splints are not fun. I remember this run being awful, -2 degrees. But then February, I started at the gym. That was actually cool. So I started going to the gym for like strength training, like weightlifting, which I think conflicts my running, because then you weigh more, and you don't want to weigh more when you want to run. But whatever. I started doing that, and then because I was at the gym, I had a treadmill. And February in Denmark is miserable. It's like cold and shit. So I would start using the treadmill. And I don't know what to say here. It's just 10 and 5 kilometers. This is basically, like, I think what I should be doing. Like, this is just training, you know? And that was actually something that the treadmill really helped me with. You can see this is where I really got into it. The treadmill really helped me with slowing down my pace, because when I run outside, sometimes I don't actually realize how fast I'm going. Also, just sometimes in long runs, like a 10 kilometer, for like the last 4 kilometers, I'll be doing like crazy negative splits, going way too fast, because I don't have a watch, so I can only see the average pace. I can't see the pace I'm going. So the treadmill helped me slow down my pace. I still have like a bit of an ego, so sometimes on the treadmill I put the pace too fast and I'm stupid. But, you know. And again, this might be dumb actually. So I went from running, let's see, so 50 kilometers in February, and the year before, my longest was October, the one where I got injured. Okay? And then in March, I decided on a challenge. I wanted to run 100 kilometers in a month. And I had a friend that told me, why don't you do 200? And I was basically like, fuck you. Don't undermine my goals. Like, you're making this difficult, you know? So yeah, I wanted to run 200 kilometers, no, 100 kilometers in a month. And I did this basically all on treadmill. So here I got a new 10k PR. There's like a long note about it. You can read whatever. But yeah, new 10k PR under 50 minutes. So that's actually pretty cool. That's like I feel like that's a big deal, getting under 50. Looking back at it, I don't know if I thought it was at the time. Also, this is stupid, by the way. I wanted to do 100 kilometers in a month, and then I start off the month PRing a 10k. Like, why? If you're trying to go for distance, you shouldn't go for speed, you know? So that's just stupid. But anyway. Then I did 5 kilometer treadmill, second run of the day. I don't know why I thought I had to do 2. I think maybe it was like a Friday night or something, so I was bored. Maybe I just had extra time. Also, I discovered that when you're at the gym, you can watch YouTube videos or movies. So I basically would just go on the treadmill and watch all the YouTube I needed for the day. And then I would save time. It was efficient. So it was actually really smart. But yeah, you can see I basically went on the treadmill every day. And then I upped it. I started doing 10, 15 every day. And yeah, just doing a ridiculous amount. And then I think I hit 200. No, I hit 100 very fast. That was like super easy. And I was like, okay, I'll go for 200. And then towards the end, I just maxed it out. I wanted to see like how high I could go. And I got to 270, which is cool, but I'm kind of regretful I didn't hit 300. But I'll do it later. But yeah, basically only treadmill runs. Which I think, I don't know, like the treadmill for me is better because I don't get injured. It's way more safe for me. I would say it's easier, like there's less wind and stuff. But then the gym I go to is really hot. You have to deal with the fact that like it's way more like hot and humid and gross, and it's not fun to run in. And then I would say, I think I've seen it online. People say they run faster on a treadmill than outside, and treadmills times don't count. But I definitely run faster outside than inside. But yeah. So anyway, that was March. April, I went outside. I beat my 5k. So I think this is my fastest 5k time to date. That's actually kind of sad. I got it in April and I haven't beaten it yet. But I will. So 5:30 pace. And I think I could beat this because I actually, from what I remember, I did this in like really hilly terrain. And like it wasn't nice. There was a lot of incline or whatever. But yeah, I would say that's something that I've seen a lot of people say. You need to use a lot of to run faster, you need to do a lot of volume. So obviously these 270 kilometers helped me with the being faster and being in better shape. So yeah, I did this. Maybe I should have done a practice run outside also before this. It was my first run in a month. But yeah, new 5k PR. I think it's a decent time. I could probably do I could probably do 21 minutes maybe. I can definitely get this down though. Then I did another treadmill. And yeah, my legs were not happy. And then I did it the next day instead. I wanted to do half marathon on the treadmill. I don't know why. Most people hate on the treadmill, but like I said, I just watch YouTube videos. So then I did it the next day instead. And then yeah, half marathon PR, but on a treadmill, so it doesn't really count. And then new 10k PR, but also doesn't count because it was treadmill. Then this was new 10k PR outside, which this is my best time to date as well. This one, I don't actually know if I can beat this. I probably can, to be honest, but actually no, I definitely can. Okay, so I did a 10K run, and it was at my parents' place, and it was a really shitty course. Like, it was just like hill, 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 hill. And then at one point I stopped to take a Snapchat of some deer. So I probably lost time due to that as well. So my time would have been even faster if I didn't do that. And yeah, I could definitely do faster. But yeah. Terrible run. So my calves hurt. Treadmill. There's not much to say over these. I'm not gonna go through it. May, more treadmill. Also, like, Danish weather is dreadful, so the treadmill is nice. So here I wanted to do 100 kilometers in a week challenge. Again, not really sure how smart that is when you're not. I mean, I had volume in March, and I guess I ran 100 kilometers in. No, 100 kilometers in April. You're not in a month. You're not supposed to do 100 kilometers in a week in May. So probably not smart. But I did do it on a treadmill, so I feel like there's less risk of injury. Maybe this is something I'm making up, but I feel like I'm less risky of being injured when I do treadmill. So anyway, I did that, and I think that these two felt shit throughout the day. So yeah, these 3 last runs probably were dumb, which 15, 15, 21. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do 100 kilometers in a week, but I think I did more. I can't do math, but yeah. I did a half marathon at the end for fun. But yeah. So this was my first run outside in a month. I don't know why. Still felt shit from this, so probably like semi-injured again. June, 80 kilometers. I'm honestly embarrassed when I'm looking at this by my monthly mileage or whatever. I feel like there's none where I'm running a lot. I think without injuring myself and running like pretty, I won't say casually, but like pretty chill, I think I should easily be able to do 40 to 50 kilometers a week, which, you know, should be like 200 kilometers a month. And the only time I've really hit that is here when I did the dumb challenge. Like 50 kilometers in February is like not good. I also skipped a week, I guess. And then 100 kilometers in March is okay. I mean in April. So here I think oh yeah, I did the PRs, so they took a lot. And I started doing long runs. I actually enjoy long runs. This was on treadmill. But yeah, I did 3 long runs. So that also, you know, takes something out of you. And then you can see here as well. Treadmill 21, 18, 21. So I got really into long runs. I still think they're fun. And then June, this makes no sense. I did a run, 6 kilometers. Felt terrible, my legs are tired, blah blah blah. Oh, I was angry about the gym being too hot. Treadmills like too hot, yeah. But yeah, I felt shit. And then the next day, having a fucking stupid brain, like, I don't know why I'm stupid. I hope I'll learn. Like, it's been a year, and I feel like I'm smarter. I hope that in another year I'll be even smarter. But I decided here that I was going to run a marathon distance. I wasn't running in a marathon. I was just going to run the distance, you know, for fun. And I planned it out. I'd actually done research on fueling, yeah, basically just fueling and stuff like that. Basically, I left some drink bottles around the area where I run with honey in them. And then I had some like candy with me that was supposed to help. And then I had some water bottles as well lying around. Now the problem is, if you look at my pace, like, why is it so fast? I ran 2:24 pace No, 5:24, sorry. So my fastest half marathon speed on the treadmill was 5:14, so that is faster. But if you go back to my old half marathon, which granted that's a while ago, but it's like 5:43. So I'm trying to run a marathon at 5:24 pace. Like, that's just so stupid for a first. That's been like a trend from the very beginning, as you saw. Like, I've just had shitty pace the whole time. I run way too fast. And it's still a problem that I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to learn how to run slower. Sounds counterintuitive, but yeah. So basically, I ran way too fucking fast. And yeah, as I wrote, the first 10 to 20 kilometers was okay. Which of course they were, because running 10 kilometers at 5:24 pace is fine. But running 20 is not so fine. And running further than 20 is, stupid. I'm going to look it up. Yeah. So I have it on my phone. So I basically ran 5:10. This is the pacing for the kilometers. 5:10, 5:18, 5:49. Basically ran up until kilometer like 20. I was running sub 5:20 pace. And then I slowed down and got injured. So yeah, I was just running way too fucking fast. Like, you can also see here, I beat my half marathon PR at 1:53, pace 5:22. Like, if you're running a marathon, you shouldn't be beating your 5K time, you shouldn't be beating your 10K time, and you definitely shouldn't be beating your fucking half marathon time. Like, there's no reason I should be PRing in anything. I shouldn't even get a good marathon time. I should just finish the distance and be happy that I finished the distance. Like, I gave up at 28 because mentally I was pretty like weak. I was like upset, and like physically my legs were so fucking broken. Like, I've never had so much leg pain. Like, I think, where was it? So this one is the most sick I've felt from running. This 5K, 22:32. That's the most sick I've felt from running. I seriously couldn't breathe, and I felt like I had to shit myself at the same time. And then when I got home, I spent the next 2 or 3 hours like dry coughing. Like, just my lungs were fucked, and I was like coughing. And I googled it. Apparently that's like a somewhat normal thing. So yeah. But yeah, that's the most like, I don't know, breathing and stuff I've felt sick. But this was the worst my legs have ever felt, this marathon attempt. It was so painful. Like, really, I went into it really cocky and unprepared. Like, I was arrogant. I thought, okay, I can do it. Which, if I felt bad the day before, I don't know why I thought I could do it. But I thought, I can do this, I'm ready. And I was not. Well, actually, that's the thing. If you can run 28 kilometers at 5:24 pace, I feel like if I'd run like a 6-minute pace or a 6:30 pace, maybe I could have done it. Because I realized that from like the last 10 or 12 kilometers are the worst. So I realized I was nowhere near done. But I just went way too fucking fast. Like, if I'd gone slower, there might have been chance. So next time, I haven't attempted to do this since. This was in June. But next time I do attempt it, I'm going to be way more humbled, I guess. Like, that's what this taught me. I was like cocky and arrogant, and this set me in my place. I was like, fuck, okay, well, shit. And then I just feel stupid. The pace is just embarrassing and stupid. And everything else about it is just me being cocky, and I'm like, okay, I should sit down. Like, I'm not as good as I think, whatever. So this humbled me, and next time I will try be slower, but it's really difficult to have a slow pace, I'm going to be honest. So this was my first real race or event. So I did like the Royal Run in Denmark. I just did it because my mom wanted me to. She was like, "Oh, I want to go that day and do stuff, so you should do it." And I was like, "Okay." And I'm happy I did it. It was cool atmosphere. It was fun. The one problem is I got 47:48. I thought my PR was 49 minutes. So I tried to beat 49, which I did by 1 minute. So that was cool. And I was happy the whole day. We went out for burgers with the family, and I was like, yes, I'm good. And then at night, I was looking at my phone, and I saw that my PR is 46:50. So not only did I not beat my PR, I lost by 1 minute. So I was pretty upset. But I was also in the wrong starting group. I signed up for the race like a long time ago, and I put my group, like my speed, as being way slower. So I had to start like really far back, and I had to run past so many people. And the course was, yeah. I think this was more of a fun run type of event, and not the sort of event where you should try to PR. That's not an excuse, I'm just saying. And I don't know how I did a 13-kilometer recovery run. Like, I did a longer run, and then I called it a recovery run. But to be fair, my pace was a bit slower, so maybe it counts. Here I did 80 kilometers again. Like, I think it's just not enough mileage per week. 7 kilometers, weather was nice. Legs may be injured. See, I've just been injured the whole time. Not good. My legs still don't feel good. So, again, what does this tell you? Terrible ending. Oh, this was really awful. I remember this run. So I was at my parents' place, which again, I just said my legs didn't feel good. And then 4 days later, 5, I'm attempting the half marathon. I don't know why. Like, my brain just doesn't work, I swear. So basically, I thought, okay, I'm going to run 10 kilometers out of the city and 10 kilometers back. And that'll be fun. Actually, I was thinking 15 or 20. Like 15 or 20 kilometers in total. I ran 10, and then I felt sick to my stomach, which I've never felt that before. Like, I got winded, and I've done that before, running too fast a pace. But then I can kind of slow it down and then get back into it, you know? But here I just felt really sick. So after 10K, I basically sort of ran the last 3K, and then I gave up and walked 6K. So it was like a 13-kilometer run. And then 6K walking home in the dark, being sad. And yeah, my pace was... So that was a really bad time. Then July... What happened in July? Okay, so... Oh, no. Okay, I know. So July was school holidays, so... Oh, this was really bad actually also. My legs fumed up and I got a foot cramp. So like I told you guys in the beginning, in like, I don't know, October or... No, before that. When I first started out running, I was getting like foot cramps and I could push through the pain. So here, I got my first foot cramp in like so long, and it really scared me. And yeah, I thought that like maybe I just need to run more, lose weight, because I put on some weight, I don't know, or do like I don't know. And then here, school had ended, summer vacation. So I traveled around Europe with a friend, I think. Like, all of this time I was traveling. And then I came home for a few days, and then I went to China here. So that's why I haven't run this month. So I didn't run in July. Then August, I did my first run in China, which maybe this is dumb as well, but this I don't feel that bad about. But I hadn't run all of July. I hadn't run for basically over a month. So I wanted to prove that I could still run to like a good level. So I did a 5K at a good pace, 4:46. Basically, I wanted to do sub 5 minute pace, and I obviously did that. So that was cool. Running in China is fucking awful because all the roads connect to, they're big roads. So there's like traffic lights, which when you're running, you don't want to stop and wait for a traffic light because that obviously you lose all your momentum, like it's just shit. And then all the sidewalks have lots of people on them, lots of scooters on them. Not so much at night, it's not as bad, but yeah, it's pretty bad. And then the humidity is insane. Like one day I think it was like 37 degrees, plus it's humid. It's not normal 37 degrees. Yeah, this day was like 30 something degrees with humidity. I found a park and I would do like a 1K loop and then just do that. So, but yeah, running in China was fun. I wish. So here I did another one. Did an 8K, a slower pace, and I felt better. Funny how you feel better when you're not trying to kill yourself at a fast pace. And yeah, the grueling heat is terrible. And then I did last China run. I wanted to do 10K, but I stopped after 7 because that was cool. At 5K, I got chest pain because I think I was running too fast. But then I slowed myself down and I paced through it, and I managed to run through the pain and then be able to continue running. So that's something that I've learned how to do, which I think is really cool and valuable. That like I can basically run infinitely, kind of. Like if I run too fast, I start getting chest pain, or I guess leg pain maybe. I just slow it down a little bit, slow down for 5-10 minutes, and then I can go back, So I think that's cool that I can run forever in theory. And then yeah, that was my last run in China. I actually really enjoyed running in China, despite the heat, the traffic, and the people. It was really cool. It was a good experience. And if I could replicate that environment, I would maybe do a run like that once a week, I think. Because, okay, the people of the traffic are not that good. But the humidity, I think, is cool. Like, because if I can run 5K in 4:46 pace in like 33 degrees with crazy humidity, then imagine what I can do in normal climate conditions. I feel like using that as like a training ground is so cool. Because if I can do this, then in good conditions, I can obviously do a lot more. So, I think that's cool. And that brings us to September. So, this is my last month of running because obviously I started on the 10th of September. And yeah, so what did I do? What's this? Oh, this is after I got home from China. I did another 8K, and then 3 days later, 13K. So this was my longest run coming back to Denmark, and wanted to do 10-15, but yeah, it was too hard, and I'm definitely not in good shape anymore. That's something I'll say. Like my form is terrible. I'm in trash shape. I get winded and I feel like shit. So did an okay slow run. That's like the slowest I've gone in a while. 8K, 10K on treadmill, and then I did a 5K outside and I stopped because my legs hurt, and then I did 8K on the treadmill same day. And then I waited 2 days, and then this was 2 days ago, I guess. And I did another half marathon distance. Again, I don't know how smart this is. Maybe I'm making the exact same mistake as I did a year ago. Basically, I wanted to do a 15K run or half marathon. And then it's the exact same story as last year. I thought, okay, well, I can probably do the half marathon. And then I was like, fuck, at 13 kilometers or something, I was like, okay, I can't do it. But then I got to 16 kilometers and I was still maybe 2 kilometers away from home. So I thought, well, I'm 16 kilometers. To get home, I'll be at 18. So I might as well finish, And my plan was to go 5:30 pace. But then I started doing negative splits. And I accidentally got down to 5:20, and then it slowly went down to like 5:13 or 14. This is the average pace for the whole run, by the way. And then towards the end, I pushed it to 5:10. And yeah, I beat my PR. I was very happy about this because I wanted to sub 150. I didn't think I was going to do it that day. I thought this was going to be like a slow run, but it was not. Again, I have problems pacing myself, as you can clearly see. That's something I need to work on. But yeah, I did sub 150. I'm very happy about that. I wish I'd gone 4 seconds faster, so I got sub 49, but whatever. And the cool thing about this is I got sub 150 while being in like terrible shape, and I'm definitely not in good form or any, like I'm nowhere near like my peak. So I think if I continue training for another 3 months and then I do a half marathon, I should easily be able to do, I don't even know, sub 145 maybe? I'm not sure how fast I can go, but like this is me in terrible shape, so I can't imagine what I can do in good shape. Yesterday my legs were super broken, only my knees really, and today they feel better, but they still feel kind of broken. So I'm probably not gonna run. I'm not running today, definitely. I might not run tomorrow, and then the day after I might do a slow 5K recovery run. We will see. But yeah, that's basically all of my runs this year. I don't know if this has been boring to listen to or good to listen to. So you can see my times over here. Total kilometers run in 2018 was 160 over what? August doesn't count, September, so 1 month. Well, 20 days. Another like 20 days, I guess. Like 3 months maybe. And then here I've done 800 kilometers in 2019. I want to get to 1,000 kilometers by the end of this year, which should be easy because October, November, I have 3 months, to do 200, so that should be very, very easy. If I don't get injured, the pace I'm going, like the kilometers I'm running, I should be able to do it without a problem. I'm almost at a 1,000 kilometers run in total. Oh, I just bought new running shoes, by the way. I have the Nike Pegasus 36, and they're cool. But yeah, and I'm gonna hit 100 hours run too, which is kind of cool. I like tracking that time. What else do I have to say? Basically, I think I'm a terrible runner, and it's kind of shit. Like stuff like this makes me feel good because I feel like I'm in bad shape, but I still feel like my achievement is reasonable. So I think if I can do a reasonable achievement in bad shape or bad conditions, then I can probably do really well over, like if I actually do well or get like good in good shape, So basically my plan is, I said when I came home from China, like school started September and everything, I've basically said that I'm going to take gym and running really seriously. And in 3 months, I should hopefully be not good, but like, I don't know, respectable, not bad. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I should be able to, in 3 months, get good. So I'm hoping that I can do. So this first week I did 44 kilometers, which I actually wanted to do 60. But I felt kind of shitty, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to overdo it. And then this week I'm probably not going to do too much. I might do a 5K and maybe another 5K. So I might hit like 30. We can say this is a recovery week, especially because I have to recover from that. But yeah, I would like to get up to hitting like 60 or 70 kilometers a week, but we'll see how long it takes. And I'm like very wary of injury. I'm gonna try avoid getting injured, but at the same time, I also have to. it's like there's a fine line. I have to push myself to the very maximum where I'm just about to get injured, but I have to not cross the line and get injured. Because obviously, if I'm not pushing myself, I'm not going to improve. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. So currently, I'll just say this. My PR for half marathon is 1:49. My PR for 5K is 22:32, which that I should definitely be able to beat. I could probably beat that next month if I run on like a not super hilly course and I actually get my shit together. And then my half marathon, no, my PR for 10K is 46:50, which I think I can also beat. I'm pretty confident, but it's going to be harder. But yeah, I want to do. So now we're just talking goals in the future. I want to do a sub 25K. That's been like my goal for a really long time. Like that's what I strive towards. So when I do that, I'm going to be happy. But I honestly, I haven't even attempted it. Because you can see all of these, like I haven't tried to PR since April. Because it takes a lot out of me. Like I really hurt physically. So I will do it again. I just have to get in good shape. And like, yeah, get in a lot of volume so that I'm used to it. And then I'll do some fast runs and stuff. I should be able to sub 20 in not that long. And then 10K, I don't really care that much. Like, going sub 45, I guess, is the next goal. But I'm not... I really care about the 5K time. I don't care that much about the 10K. Even though 10K is a more fun distance to run. Because 5K, you just feel super ill. 10K, you're having some fun. Half marathon, I just beat my time. And honestly, I'm not that... like crazy excited to beat it again. Like if I can do it in shit form and like shitty condition, then I can probably do a lot better, but I don't need to right now. I'll do 1:45 one day. And then marathon is still something I want to do. I want to do the marathon distance, but I have to run way slower pace, and I just have to not be arrogant and cocky. I basically just have to get my volume up. So I'm running a lot of kilometers a week, doing like maybe a regular long run that's like 20 kilometers every week. And then I think I can do a marathon easy. Well, not easy, but it shouldn't be like the most difficult thing. So those are my goals with running. These are all my runs, and that's everything I've learned. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I don't really have anything else to say. Basically, I would say if you haven't started running, you should. It's a really fun hobby. It's healthy, as long as you don't injure yourself. And yeah, learn from my mistakes. That's probably the biggest takeaway. Don't have, like... Again, this is a sport against yourself, mostly. But don't have an ego like I do. I always, like... have to get a certain time or distance, and it's just stupid. It leads to injury. So don't have an ego. Don't care. Like, just take it slow, and you'll be able to build up eventually. That's what I would recommend. Do as I say, not as I do, essentially. But, yep, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I know it has gone on for a very long time now. But I mean, it's been a full year. I had a lot to say. Maybe some of the runs I didn't need to talk about, but we're just going through them slowly, you know? There's a lot. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace.